it's our first night in Ghana for Africa Connected, and we're in Accra. Tomorrow morning we're going to Kumasi. But one of the most important things when you travel is to find out how it is that you can get around the different cities. So I'm so excited. Tonight, taking us on a ride from our hotel, Golden Tulip, to Osu,
yeah.
which has some of the best food in the city, is Mr. Apia, the CEO and founder of Yenko Taxis.
Yenko Taxis, yes.
Welcome. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well.
Good.
I'm doing very well. Welcome to Ghana, Akwaba.
Yeah. Akwaba,
as
yes.
we say.
Madisa. That's I've forgotten everything I've ever learned. So talk to us about how you started Yenko Taxi.
We're tracking very closely the Uber model. We decided to try and get ahead of the curve a little bit in Ghana. So we thought, okay, why don't we set up a taxi on demand service here? But instead of using private cars, let's use the local taxis.
Okay, so that they're identifiable. Exactly,
and also so that we try to preserve the local taxi industry by putting them on a level playing field with Uber. See, the sort of big advantage with Uber is the actual sort of technology platform where passengers and drivers are connected. So here in Ghana, before we came along, if you wanted to hail a taxi, you had to stand on the side of the street or send someone to stand on the side of the street. So by introducing the Yenko platform for taxis, we were able to give the local taxi drivers the ability to earn as much, to do as much business as the Uber taxis.
In other countries, there has been a lot of competition between Uber and the local taxis. So this is basically you know, bringing that together.
Exactly.
More than anything else.
This is our local response to the Uber threat. We knew Uber was coming. In fact, Uber launched a year before we did. Okay. But instead of fighting Uber, as we've seen
happen around the world,
we thought, okay, why don't we give our taxi drivers the same advantage that Uber has?
What have been some of the challenges around, around this business?
I think firstly, it's getting the passengers to understand the sort of behavior change.
Yes.
Really, so instead of going out to the side of the street and hailing a taxi, you can now do it using the app. We offer a range of payment options. So we use mobile money payment.
Oh, okay.
Right, so passengers can pay with mobile money. You can pay with cash. You can pay with a card as well.
Yeah.
And there's a new payment method that we'll be introducing, which is a scan and pay for mobile money.
Okay.
That will go live in the next few weeks.
I think having those options obviously does help quite a lot with, if you come in from anywhere in the world, you've got options as to how it is that you're going to pay.
Exactly.
And how do you compare price-wise in terms of if I want to use a Yenko taxi, how does that compare price-wise in terms of your competition like Uber, for example?
So I think the main competition is the other taxi driver who's not using the Yenko platform.
Okay.
We fare quite well against that because in Ghana, if you hail a taxi at the side of the street, there's a standard process that you have to go through.
Yeah.
You would need to negotiate the fare, right, to wherever you're going.
Everything, even your meal is negotiable.
Exactly.
The price,
It's cool if it happens once or twice as a tourist, but every single day, that can become a bit tedious. With our platform, because the fares are calculated on the platform, right, based on time and distance, it's a fair price. It's a fair price for the driver. It's a fair price, for the passenger. We are looking to take this business Pan-African.
Okay.
And we think it's a model that will work in a number of countries.
Yeah.
Right, a number of countries. So we are really looking, now that we've shown that it works here in Ghana, we are really looking for that next step. We were quite lucky. I mean, when we launched, we got a huge response from the public. I think partly due to the brand. We feel we have a very, very strong brand. Yenko is a local word for let's go.
Oh, nice, Yenko.
Yenko, let's go. So in the first couple of weeks, we got over 10,000 downloads.
What?
Yeah, of
That's
the app.
quite incredible.
Yeah.
And was that did you have a huge marketing campaign? Or?
We had, look, it wasn't huge. We were on radio, on a few of the radio stations. We were in the press a bit, and we did a launch event at one of the local hotels. but and then on social media as well. But we got a very, very good response. We have over 800 taxis on our books now.
That's quite a lot.
It is quite a lot. There's a huge number of taxis in Ghana. I mean, just look around, you'll see
everywhere.
Every other car is a taxi. You know, so we haven't even dipped into that pool much. So we see huge potential. I mean, we can scale this business here in Ghana quite a bit in a way that other companies with private cars can't.
You did already say about a Pan-African market, but with Nigeria, because I've been there quite a lot also, and it seems like the service would work really well.
We've certainly spoken to people about Abuja.
Yes. You're not trying Lagos. It's like Lagos, no.
No, it's not us. Right. It's just that we've had a lot of interest from Abuja. Nothing has materialized yet, but we're hopeful.
And then just in closing, what makes it, if you're somebody sitting in South Africa or outside of Ghana, what do you think makes Ghana attractive with regards to doing business in Ghana? How would you sell the attractiveness of this country? If somebody wants to do business here, what makes it stand out?
I think one of the advantages to doing business in Ghana is really the fact that the law works here. Okay, you sign a contract with someone, and you can be pretty sure that if they don't meet their end of the bargain, you can take them to court. So the legal system works. Also, it's a fairly compact market, and it's a fairly sophisticated market as well. We have very, very high internet penetration, mobile phone penetration, mobile money usage as well. So it's a really good sort of testing ground for new products, especially the more digital products.
Yes.
It's a very good place to try things out, because I think you can manage your risk a bit better here than in some other places.
Yeah. We won't mention that.
we won't say where.
Alrighty, so we'll see where we end up. Africa Connected 2.0.
Great.
Accra, Ghana, Yenko Taxis. Get on the app.
Now.
Now, yeah.